Every once in a while there'll be a story that makes the national news that relates to our work, and when that happens I like to sort of talk about it because I know it's going to be maybe something that people share. But this past Sunday there was a story in a national newspaper about a lawsuit that was filed against a dentist for a lady that had, I want to say it was 10 different dental procedures that all went bad at the same time. And it made me think, can dentists, some people may think, can dentists be sued like doctors can be sued? And the answer is yes. The caveat to that is a dental malpractice case most of the time doesn't amount to enough of an injury or damage to justify pursuing. And the reason I say that is there's only so many horrible things you can do as a dentist to somebody's mouth, to their teeth. And all of those things combined, maybe, if you did 10 or 12 things in one day, like this particular patient was suffered, maybe all of those could amount to enough of an injury to justify bringing a case. But most of the time you go in for a dental procedure, and if that dental procedure is done negligently and it causes you an injury, you technically have the right to bring a case. The question is, does it make economic sense for a law firm to handle that claim? Most of the time the answer is no, because as we've talked about in other medical malpractice videos, in Florida you have to jump through so many hoops to get a case to court in a medical malpractice case that you usually are looking at the firm spending between $100,000 and $300,000. And obviously there has to be some major dental injury to justify spending $300,000 to go after a dentist. So this particular event that I'm talking about that was in the national news was actually in another state. It was in Minnesota. They don't have the protections that the doctors in Florida and dentists in Florida have in regards to having to jump through those expensive hoops before you get the case to court. So maybe in that state they can bring a case for dental malpractice. They're pretty much non-existent in Florida because of the fact that you have to jump through so many hoops to get the case to court that it's cost prohibitive basically to bring a case against a dentist. There have been some cases that we've handled against dentists, but that's been in a very tragic situation where somebody was killed under the care of a dentist from being given too much of the sedative medication during a procedure. And of course there's been cases where there's been sexual assault while the person was under the effects of the anesthesia at a dentist practice. Those kind of dental cases are still worth pursuing in Florida. But we have to review them like we review medical malpractice cases because they're under the medical malpractice statutes in Florida. If you have questions about a dental malpractice case, the answer is probably going to be that we can't help you. However, you probably should let us look at it and talk to you about it because you never know what the circumstances are. Or a medical malpractice case. You can find us on the web at zarzaurlaw.com or you can call us at 855-HIRE-JOE. Thank you.